I'm
It's
saying
his third-year booster. Come
Come
on.
on, Mike. I'm giving you
He's
the
not-
setup, and
he's
you're not
not-
taking it.
He is not on my third-year booster.
How?
He is not. I'm telling you why.
He didn't
I
take that Pfizer. No way. Ain't no way.
told you why. Played against shit defense and did nothing.
He had a shit quarterback.
Welcome back, you Degenerates, to the #1 fantasy football podcast in the world. I'm your host, Mike, with my dear friend, Billy Wilson.
How you doing, Mikey?
Beautiful.
Huh? You look good.
Thank you. Slimming. You
Nah,
know?
I don't know about that.
Joe Green, how you doing?
Swell.
Swell.
Dandy.
Today we're talking about the AFC South, baby. We got the Jaguars, Texans, Titans, and Colts.
The most boring division in all of football.
I kind of love this division.
Why would you love this division?
All new QBs, basically, or second year. You know, I get a little excited for the second year QBs.
Yeah, I guess.
We got the Matt Ryan coming back. He's going to the Colts. We're gonna see if he can make a playoff push with them. Maybe make a Super Bowl. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's a stretch.
Joe Green's favorite team, the Jaguars, and Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Trevor's dead to me. Trevor owes me a steak dinner.
How many states are we getting out of you this year?
None.
You still owe me one.
I don't owe you shit. What do I owe you one? Celtics didn't win the championship.
That's
I don't owe
good.
you shit.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
You
God damn.
You wanted to hear something wild before we go any farther? I said something about it, and he goes, "No, I just said I'd bring you to steak dinner. I didn't say I'd buy you steak
No,
dinner."
he said, I'll buy-
I was like, all right, you better
I'll
pick
buy
us up in
you-
a limo.
I'll buy you whatever steak dinner you want. Is that what he
I
said?
did not
No,
say
he
that.
didn't.
You
I
actually
went
look
back and read it. There was nothing about him buying a steak.
Well, later on, I said it.
But
He
I
said
never,
he
didn't
I
agree.
never agreed.
He didn't
I had
agree.
it out the whole time.
He-
Why
he's
do you
trying to
think-
be. He's trying to be sneaky with it now.
I caught him once. Never gonna catch him again. You know.
Let's start off with the Jaguars. We got the 12th hardest schedule. I don't know how they got this, but you know, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a new head coach, Peterson, former Eagle great. Should have stuck with them because now, look what they are now. Start off with the additions. We have Travis Etienne. All right, he's coming back from injury.
Yeah.
So that's why we put him here because we didn't even get to see what he could be. We have the big signee and the wide receiver who starts off setting the market. with
Zay Jones.
Zay Jones, yeah. Zay Jones. He was added. We got Christian Kirk, who was the one I was really talking about with the big cash check he got. He got the Evan Ingram, the biggest shit at tight end you could possibly imagine, who Billy has some key things about.
Just a little something.
And our losses is DJ Chark.
Yep.
I think first, and obviously, we have to talk about Etienne as what we think he could be.
Mm-hmm.
Can he be a top 10 fantasy running back? Because that's where he's being drafted right now.
Yeah.
He's about a third person in a 12
Third round.
third round in a 12 people
12
man draft.
PPR, yeah.
Struggling with
I'm
sentences
struggling
today.
right today.
He was talking great
I
until
was
he
talking
sent that
to-
text
the-
message
the
before.
Too many 12s and numbers. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he started off going middle of the fourth. He's already moved up to the third round. By the time most redraft leagues go, it's gonna be second round.
I think so. I think it's going to come down to James Robinson's health, whether he starts on the PUP list or not. If he does start on PUP list, he's easily going in the second round. If he doesn't, I think he's going to stay here in third, fourth round, if you're lucky in the fourth round. Maybe on the turn.
Interesting.
For me, I don't see his draft value being good enough to draft, personally for me.
At all?
In third round? No.
Oh, third round.
Third
Okay.
round. I'll just skip on him. I'd rather go for Akers in the second and third round. Just because we saw last year what Agnew did for this offense, and James Robinson was there, so Agnew was basically what Etienne was. Yes, it's a new coaching scheme, but guess what? Their offense last year is probably very similar to what it is this year. I mean, Peterson is an offensive coach, and so was, what's his name? The kicker of coaches.
The kicker of coaches?
Ohio.
Oh, Urban Meyer?
Urban Meyer was an
The
offensive
kicker of coaches?
guru, especially for running back. So I see the play being similar. I mean, he's going to be on the field, and if James Robinson is out, it's just gonna be bonus. But if James Robinson comes back in week 3, I don't see this being great for him.
Yeah. Currently, James Robinson just started to run straight lines, not sprinting, not just running. I think it'll be a while before he's ready. Probably, I personally think he'll start in the PUP. He had a torn Achilles, right? It was
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If he misses significant time, I agree he's worth owning Etienne. But Doug Pearson's been known to use running backs by committee. There was one year with the Eagles he used 6 running backs. So it's a fantasy player's worst nightmare is the idea of splitting work 50-50 with a guy who's probably just as talented.
Yeah, the value for me is not there. If Robinson is on the PUP list for, I think it's 6 games now.
Yeah.
If he starts in the PUP,
then I love it.
I love it, and I want him on my team. And week 4, I'm getting rid of him.
Yeah, I'm trading him when his value's high.
Yeah.
Well, I think the other thing is, do you think ETN is talented enough, especially running in between the tackles, to do what, James Robinson, they're not the greatest offensive line.
No, they're horrible.
They're horrible. They have greatly improved with getting Brandon Sharif, all-pro guard. So they have got better, but he's short. He's 5'9", probably 210. The only thing that I think he has over everybody else is his chemistry with already Trevor Lawrence, both playing at Clemson.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest upside. That's what we were selling last year. That's what we're selling this year, is the chemistry that they both already have coming out of college.
Yeah. My one concern really comes down to, do you really want a running back on a bad team?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't want one on a bad team.
Yeah,
I'm saying, yeah, that's my concern is owning a running back on a team that probably at best wins 7 games.
The Jags only rushed the ball 38% of the time last year.
Fournette was a top 7 running back at the same team and on a bad team. Who picked first overall?
Yeah, I mean,
he also had 100 targets or some shit like
that. Yeah, I mean, you're talking to a running back that needs targets, so.
A running back who's also going to split carries, assumedly.
Yeah.
I think it just comes down to, can ETN get 100 targets? Or maybe not even 100.
Let's call it 75.
Let's call it 75. So
he needs to average 10
because he'll catch
carries
50 of them.
Right. So if he catches 50, 60 balls, then you're looking at a guy with, RB2, maybe low-end RB1 upside, and you're living off the receptions.
Yep.
In a PPR.
In a PPR, right. In a redraft that's standard, then, ETN's not nearly as appealing.
You better hope that Robinson is out for the whole year.
Yeah, which that's not going to happen. Unless he has a setback. That's not going to happen. But I will say, I'm watching some of ETN's highlights. He is tough to tackle. Now,
he's not just a scat back.
Yeah, but I'm just...
That's an Urban Meyer thing.
Yeah.
That he's a scat back. He can run the football, but he's
not Robinson.
He runs the ball outside.
I am just I'm also saying this is the ACC. This isn't.
Here we go, baby. The ACC.
I'm watching guys have him clearly wrapped up, and then he breaks a tackle, and it's is that happening in the NFL? Probably not.
He is really fast.
Sorry.
He does have the ability to take the top off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quick. He's fast.
Yeah. I mean, we talked all last year how Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be this, that, and a bag of chips, and then Joe Graham realized, he played in the ACC. He's not that good.
He's not even a bag of chips. He's the crumbs at the bottom of the chips.
Oh, boy. He's not good.
All right, let's talk about Travis Lawrence, because that's where we're going next.
Travis Lawrence. Let's do it.
Trevor Lawrence. Travis Lawrence.
Guy's starting off great. It's all spelt right this time, too.
Yeah, but Trevor. Why you name that? It should be Travis. Sounds better.
Travis Lawrence.
I don't know who is that. Is that the Giants kicker? Maybe that's why I'm saying that. I don't remember his first name.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I know. Yeah, because you haven't won a Super Bowl in recently.
So that has anything to do with it. I know the kicker's name.
All right, let's Billy, tell me what you think about Trevor.
Trevor, it's himself. There's no way he's gonna have a worse season last year, right?
No.
It's
I
not
don't think it's possible.
I don't think it's possible. They bring in Christian Kirk. Whenever Christian Kirk's been the main guy on the offense, he's produced. When DeAndre Hopkins missed time, when Larry Fitzgerald's missed time, he's produced. He's had multiple seasons, over 100 targets, 80 catches. He's been very good. He does take a while. His average depth of reception, is 12.3 yards. So he's gonna have to run a full route. So I don't know if the offensive line can hold up that long for Trevor Lawrence to give him the ball that often. Which leads me to my next buddy, the guy that Mike hates more than anybody. A guy who I hated very much last year for gambling reasons, Mr. Evan Ingram. Mr. I can't catch a football. When you
Still can't catch.
Listen, he's going to have to find some hands, I think, this year. The ball, but he's going to be the guy that if, say, Etienne isn't on the field or, they're trying to get the ball out quick, Evan Ingram's going to be the guy. Big, athletic, runs decently well routes. Hands could be better. Let's not kid ourselves. But last year, Trevor Lawrence threw the ball to the tight end 75 times. So all that's going to go to Evan Ingram, you think. And he's much better athletic talent. I'll go with instead of football player. Or with athletic talent than Dan Arnold and
I
Sean
love
Hennessy.
Dan Arnold.
And then you have Marvin Jones.
Ancient.
He's been known to catch 3 touchdowns in one game once a year. The opportunity is there. Last year he played very bad. 59% completion percentage, 17 interceptions. The team as a whole finished last in points per game, 27th in passing yards per game, 28th in third down completion percentage. The offense can't be worse than last year. It's not possible. So, fantasy relevant? I don't know if I go that far as like a top 12 quarterback, but he's in the 15 range, I think. Just because how much they're going to have to throw the ball because the defense hasn't gotten much better. What do you guys think?
These stats look a lot like Allen after his first year being QB.
It's also true.
Very true.
I'm not disagreeing with that. And the first year, Josh Allen didn't really have any options.
Yeah, but I think Josh Allen, the difference
has a cannon.
Well, not even that. The difference between Allen and Trevor Lawrence was Allen was known to be a project, right? Had an arm, but no accuracy. Didn't understand what he was doing. Trevor was supposed to be like the sure thing, and he looked everything but a sure thing.
The greatest thing since Peyton Manning.
Also on one of the worst franchises in history.
Yeah, that didn't help. And the worst coach probably in history. I mean, who else been fired that fast? I mean,
he doesn't even know who Arnold Darnold is. Aaron
Donald. Yeah, he said, "Who's that guy?" Yeah.
Do we have the scout report for him?
What do you got? You guys feel like there's any value in a one quarterback league and owning him?
No.
I mean, if you're gonna pick him up, if you're in a late round keeper league, go for it. I think you could just easily pick him up off the waiver wire all year round, as of right now.
Yep.
I just want to say, to your point, Billy, with Evan Ingram, just kind of supporting more of why I think he could be a pretty good play. If you look at Doug Peterson's history with tight ends, Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, like he has a history of getting the tight ends involved, and obviously, like, there's no doubting Ingram's talented. He's athletic. Yeah. Just the hands have been an issue. So,
I feel like the hand, not to cut you off, but the hands is more of just, I feel like it's a focus issue.
Yeah. Well, that's any.
He makes great catches.
He hits them in the hands and does like.
Yeah, it's focus. He's already running down the field.
He's focused on making the next play without catching the football.
We're in year 5 for him.
He also had the best tight end year as a rookie ever, except for Kyle Pitts.
Before this, yes.
Yeah.
Look at him now. You got a 1-year deal. Make it or break it. That's what
he wants.
That could help you for your argument.
Yeah.
Like, I would take a late round flyer on Ingram.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
if you needed a backup tight end, say you're starting tight ends, not one of those guys in the top 5. Maybe you get like Hawkinson or someone in that 7-8 range. Evan Ingram's a solid flyer as a backup tight end.
So let me ask you: would you rather Ingram or would you rather take a shot at the Titans
I know
tight
he's
end
gonna say.
Austin Hooper this year.
Evan Ingram by far.
Yeah. I'll give me the upside.
Austin Hooper's been a ranked number one tight. No,
He's
probably
also
ranked.
the
What?
fourth option.
He's
on
probably
the
been the
team.
third ranked tight end.
In what?
Like
fantasy.
remember like 4 years ago?
He was
Oh,
third
the
ranked.
one season he had with the
No,
Falcons.
he had 2 or 3 years.
He had one. Listen, this is the one good season he had. He had 75 receptions, 787 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
Was that before Calvin Ridley or after? I think it was before, right?
2019? So
It was like
it
rookie
was
year.
his rookie year.
yeah,
So it was Julio.
Julio, Ridley, and yeah.
What did he rank that year?
I'll look up what he ranked. I just have his stats.
It's just we'll get into that more. I definitely want the team that's going to throw the ball way more. You know?
They're both going to be similar this year, so being down with their
I
shit
guess,
defenses.
But one's got a Hall of Fame running back and one doesn't.
It's true.
That's really where it comes down to. One drafted a wide receiver in the first round, one didn't.
Let's talk about the next team, the Colts.
The Colts.
The team we probably between this and the Titans are the two best teams coming out of the division. They have one of the easiest schedules as of right now. They have the third easiest schedule or the 29th hardest schedule, however you want to put it. Thanks to Billy, I have to put both.
Yeah. We decided to not give you how far people are traveling because it took Mike five divisions to realize nobody cares.
That's not nice. I put the effort in. Key additions, obviously, Matt Ryan got traded from the Atlantic Falcons.
Atlantic Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons. Why can't I talk to them?
He said Falcons too.
Falcons.
Why are you even putting Nick Foles in here? Who wrote
Why
that?
not?
I didn't
Big
write
dick.
it.
I wrote it. Big Dick Nick, known to take people's jobs. Known to take people's jobs.
You think he's gonna take Matt Ryan's job?
I'm not saying that. I'm just. You got to be aware. You got to be aware. That Nick Foles is there. You got to be careful.
All right. Another key addition is Alec Pierce. He was a second-round pick from Cincinnati. Big wide receiver. They called him the modern-day. What do they call him?
Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson.
Because
Key losses is Carson Wentz, if you call that a loss.
Yeah.
We're obviously talking about Matt Ryan today, and do we think he is going to be better than Carson Wentz?
yeah.
Easily?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I agreed with everything you wrote in the notes. That is this a joke? Is what Mike said. The answer is, it's Matt Ryan's way better. He's one of the
10
most
times better.
accurate quarterbacks of all time. But same time, he's getting old.
He is.
Former MVP, he's getting old.
But this would be the team that you're obviously going to want Matt Ryan to be a part of.
Yeah.
Good offensive line, something with good weapons on the outside. If Paris Campbell can some way stay healthy, some way, you got a complete wide receiver core. You got the speed. You have two good tall wide receivers. Pierce is 6'4". Pittman is 6'4". You gotta love it. You got one if not the best running back in the league right now
Mm-hmm.
with Jonathan Taylor.
Naheem Hines out of the backfield.
Yep, Hines at the backfield. I didn't put this down in our
Don't do it.
What?
Mo Alley Cox. Don't say it.
Cox. I wasn't even talking about Cox.
Thank God.
Okay, I do that. Just not.
I have a better question. Do you think that Matt Ryan has a better running back right now, or he did with Gurley at Atlanta?
Gurley was terrible. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Gurley was right after the knee. No, it's definitely Jonathan Taylor.
What the fuck?
That's the dumbest shit
Like
you
1
said.
year, like if you put them both in the, I don't know, I guess yeah.
What the
He was
fuck?
banged up. He didn't have that bad of a year.
He wasn't
No,
good.
he wasn't good.
It was a Gurley.
Lived and
He
died
was
on that hill,
fucking
buddy. I lived
terrible.
and died on that hill. I got shit every week for it.
Yeah, Billy was going to bat for Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley.
Yeah,
That's true.
No, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
He had 9 touchdowns, but
Yeah.
his yards per carry were terrible, and
Everything else was terrible.
Nothing good about Todd Gurley.
He
that
didn't
season.
look good once.
There's a reason why he hasn't played football since
Well, I
then,
knew
and he's only
that.
27 years old. That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
Alabama running backs don't do good. Sever Ingram.
Well, he has arthritis in his knee, so he never was gonna be the same.
Arthritis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy talked about this like
Come on,
years ago.
Years ago.
That-
years
I
ago.
thought that was a good question.
No,
I guess not.
I think you thought like in like their prime.
Prime.
but,
I
like,
forgot
Matt-
Gurley came there second hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's put the Who do you think is better, Gurley in his prime or Jonathan Taylor?
Gurley in his prime.
That's tough because we've already seen like the high of Gurley. I don't know if we've seen the high of Taylor. If we're taking the high right now, it's Gurley, but like
Okay.
Taylor
Yeah.
could do it.
We'll bring it. Write that down. Save it for the end of the year. That's
Alright.
a good question. That's a very good question.
So we have no arguments. We think Matt Ryan is going to obviously be better.
Yeah.
If you just look at the stats, last year, they're almost similar. They're very similar.
How are they almost similar?
They both almost have I mean, you only threw up for 400 yards more. That's not saying much.
Wentz threw 7 more touchdowns, 5 less picks.
Yes, but also Carson Wentz has this offense. Matt Ryan has only Pitts.
Yeah. Well, who's
Didn't
Matt
have Julio
Ryan's-
Jones. Didn't have Ridley.
Who's Matt Ryan's wide receiver one last year?
Wasn't it Russell Gage? It had to have been because
Ridley wasn't there.
Was out most
And
of the
then
season.
Kyle Pitts,
Kyle Pitts.
who was getting doubled every time.
Rookie
I
tight end.
don't think the Colts offense outside of Taylor and Pittman was that good though.
I'm not saying that, but
I mean,
which
yeah,
one was better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have the best running back right now currently in the league, or Henry if you want to count it.
Yeah,
The simple play action
I guess.
just by itself.
I mean, look at this. Outside of Pittman, no one on the Colts had more than 390 yards receiving.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't a great
Who
offense.
caught the ball last year from the Colts?
Nobody. They had no one. It was
Where
just
did you get 3,563 yards from?
Yes, there was 7 players with 300 yards receiving, and
Yeah.
only one with over that.
That's wild.
The only one I knew was Desmond.
Desmond.
Yeah, Pittman. I remember him. He caught a couple of touchdowns, I think. That's the only one I remember from
I don't
last
even
year.
know who you're talking about.
Desmond Pittman. Wow, he caught 1 touchdown
Yeah.
at 21
That's
yards
the only-
receiving. How the fuck did you
That's the
remember
only
that?
name I
Pulled that out
remember.
of his ass.
What the fuck?
That's
Because Paris Campbell's always
Crazy.
hurt.
yeah.
Yeah, Campbell only played 6 games last year.
And he had one great game.
Correct. It was that early in the season too. Everyone thought he was gonna in for a big one.
He's a huge Paris Campbell fan.
I'm a Paris Campbell trained since he got drafted, but
He's from Ohio, no?
Yes, he went to Ohio
he's
State.
just, that train has left the station
Well-
few years ago at this point.
Let me ask you this: are you drafting Matt Ryan right now?
No.
Okay, so then who's benefiting so much from Matt Ryan over or Carson Wentz?
That's where the next conversation is.
Okay.
And I think Mike thinks somebody different. I'm on the Michael Pittman hype train.
Is he really hype train? He's in the 4th round now.
He should be higher than that.
You think?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I've seen him go higher than that. He should be a 3rd round pick. He's going to be the main guy on that team.
Well, he should be the main guy.
6'4", big bodied, runs great routes. You wrote that he only had 2 games over 100 yards last year. My counterpoint is that Carson Wentz was his quarterback.
My argument, he's playing down in all the games.
My argument-
No, they weren't playing down.
They played it down a lot of games, or a lot of close ones where they should have been still passing.
But your thing was
They also played. All right, so
that's what I'm saying. They were up against Houston, the Jets. The Jags just beat the balls off them in the last game of the season because they decided not to run the ball.
So you're
Tennessee,
telling me
they beat Tennessee and they beat Baltimore.
You're telling me
They beat all those
you
teams.
played Houston twice, you played Jets once, Jags twice, Vegas, Tennessee twice, and then you played the Baltimore with no corners, and you only have 2 games with over 100 yards. How is
Didn't
that
they
possible?
win 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those 8 games?
They
weren't
lost
they
against
up?
the Jags.
That's one of the wins. Then they win 7 out of those 8 games.
There's still a run first offense.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
But,
You only have one option at wide receiver.
yeah, I mean, and when that option's being doubled, and you have no one else to throw the ball to. Like they said, Zach Pascal at 384 yards is the 2nd best option on the team. Now they have Alec Pierce.
He's a big Alec Pierce guy.
I'm just saying, you get 129 targets, you better do more with it.
Yeah, but I don't think efficiency matters, right? In fantasy, when does efficiency matter?
It's gonna be.
All the
It's
time.
gonna matter when you
Well,
add. It's gonna matter when you do draft a 2nd round wide receiver, Alec Pierce, who could obviously ball just like you can.
Well,
He's
that's-
gonna take
that's not
targets.
efficiency. Yeah, he's gonna take targets.
Okay, so then your targets are gonna go down.
I don't think.
What if he gets 100
down. I think
targets?
they just stop using 9 different wide receivers.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they have Naheem Hines at 57 targets. Zach Pascal at 69. Mo Ali Cox at 45.
Yeah,
I mean, these
Cox
are
is
like,
still gonna have just the same amount.
I don't know.
I just don't think that Pittman drops from 129 targets
No,
to like
it's-
100. Like he's still gonna get 100
And he's not gonna.
plus.
He's
If
gonna
it's a run first team, like you say it is, which we all know,
Yeah, it is.
and you added weapons, right now Paris Campbell is gonna get more than the 30 targets he got in the first 5 games.
Well, assuming he stays healthy.
Yeah,
that's,
assuming,
that's
and
a
you know
big
their
question.
their second round pick is gonna get targets. He's gonna at least see 70.
Yeah, but I still.
You're
I think,
assuming that.
I
though.
think
I would put a money on that.
I still would think that he will help open things up for Pittman. I also think Pittman was still developing. He wasn't fully, it's not he's in his prime.
Listen, I think he's a little bit overhyped. Stats prove that he's overhyped.
You said right. What now?
Like what stat proof that he's overhyped?
He only had 2 games over 100 yards. It's embarrassing.
If we can keep going back to it, like I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Carson Wentz was throwing the ball into the dirt. Like, are we not? Does that not factor in?
I'm just
10 more of those balls that don't fall on the floor that land in his hands. That's another 100 yards.
I think
That's another 2 touchdowns.
he had 88 catches. And he barely hit 1,000 yards.
That's most wide receivers in the NFL, man.
I'm just saying, you're expecting. All right, my argument to you is
Jarvis Landry.
you want him to go in the 3rd round. Why?
I'm
it's
saying
his
I'm
third
saying,
year booster. Come
No.
on,
Come on, Mike. I'm giving you
He's
the
not-
setup, and
he
you're
is
not
not-
taking it.
He is not on my 3rd-year booster.
How?
He is not. I'm telling you why.
He didn't
I
take that Pfizer. No way. Ain't no way.
told you why. Played against shit defense and did nothing.
He had a shit quarterback.
The stats say they also the same quarterback.
I think he's a slight upgrade. I don't think he's a
Definitely
big
an upgrade.
big
It's
upgrade.
definitely an upgrade.
I think he's not gonna have the same season.
I get it.
I think he's gonna have a worse season.
Joe
Can
Grant.
I say that?
Joe Grant, I get it. You know what it is? Alec Pierce is white.
Yeah.
And my friend Mike here is slightly racist.
Well, Pittman's pretty light skinned. Have you seen him?
I'm just saying. You're
Alec
being a
Pierce
little
is
offensive.
gonna go off.
You're being a little offensive.
I have people say that he's gonna be the rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year.
That's a statement.
I mean, that's high.
That's a
praise.
statement. That's a statement.
That's not
alright.
me. That's not me. Go look it up.
I know. I believe that I'm sure there's some guy in a basement on the internet that wrote that.
Yeah.
No,
but,
no,
like,
no. It was like
Who?
a player. Let me see.
A player.
Of course, someone probably went to school.
He
with
probably
him.
wrote it.
He probably wrote it.
Went to
Right,
college.
burner
Went to
account.
Someone
Cincinnati.
went to college with him or something.
Yeah, Desmond
probably
Ritter wrote
that.
it. That's who wrote it.
Listen, I would agree with your take if he scored like if half of his offense came from 3 games. I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Like,
Lewis Reddick
probably.
said he was going to be offensive.
Oh, okay, Lewis Reddick,
Player of the year.
who's a TV guy. I mean, come on. I would agree with you if he-
ESPN's Lewis Reddick.
Like if he got all his stats in 2-3 games, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I could believe your take, but I'm not. I don't know. I think he's going to his 3rd year. The guy's still young.
3rd year, boo.
3rd year
Nope.
boost.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see.
All right, so let me talk about this. I would rather take Pierce over some of these other rookies getting picked in the first round. Not first round, like as a rookie wide receiver.
But you're drafting him as a flyer in the 14th, 15th round.
Yeah,
As potentially the
or
wide
you
receiver
draft-
3 on a run-heavy team.
or you're drafting
Could
What's
be the
his
wide
name?
receiver 4.
the Atlanta wide receiver in the 6th or 7th round.
What Atlanta wide receiver?
Drake London.
Drake London in the 5 or the
He's
6th
going in like
the
7th,
guy
8th
who's
round.
6'5", known to catch every ball that's thrown his way.
He's
okay, and
Drake London's also the wide receiver 1 on that team, though. That's not fair.
Yeah, and
he also has Mariota throwing him the ball.
All right,
Yeah,
but
and-
Mariota's not like let's say like this isn't Daniel Jones. Like he's gonna get the ball out to him. I mean, like, come on. This is like
I'm
he's
not
not
even having this
he's not
conversation.
great.
You're not an
but,
ACC
like-
quarterback, right?
Yeah,
He's
it's
a
not
Pac-12 quarterback, right? It's not great, but he's better.
We're gonna agree to disagree
That's
Yeah,
fine. Listen,
and move on.
These are the best conversations on this podcast is when we disagree.
Yeah, when we do it at the end of the year and I shit on you guys because I tell you Alec Pierce is fucking a baller.
I don't disagree that he's a baller, but
No.
I watched every game he played. I was a big Cincinnati guy last year. It doesn't mean that I think he's going to take over.
It's not even about Alec Pierce. I don't even know why I'm getting hyped about Alec Pierce.
You're going to say he's going to win the Rookie of the Year.
It's about no. I said someone else said that. I'm not that stupid.
You agreed.
I wouldn't be that stupid.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying Michael Pittman is
overrated.
If I think Alec Pierce is gonna be a big boost to this offense, Pittman has to go down because targets are gonna go to Pierce.
Let me ask you this: would you draft Michael Pittman in the 4th round?
No.
Would you draft him in the 5th round?
Yes.
So it's a 1-round difference.
But he's gonna go in the 3rd round.
I'm saying he should be drafted in the 3rd round. I'm not saying he will be.
What is his ADP currently?
No idea off the top of my head.
It's probably.
I don't want to be wrong.
It's still June.
Because then Mike's gonna call me out. Oh, you said
I'll
this.
tell you.
You
No,
said
I'll tell
that.
you.
Pull it up.
PPR, he's on sleeper. He's the 50th
50th.
50th
so that's
overall.
5th round.
overall.
End of the 4th.
And
end of the 4th.
18
You're right,
wide
end of the
receiver
4th.
picked in sleeper.
Yeah.
That's completely reasonable.
And on ESPN, he's getting picked 39.
Overall.
ESPN's got a bunch of jerk
Overall.
offs.
So he's going in the 3rd
Majority
round.
of people use ESPN still.
Why?
I can't agree with it, but that's the truth.
All right. If you're taking him in the 3rd round, that's a little high.
You're taking him at his ceiling.
Yeah, you're taking him out of the ceiling. But
He already reached the ceiling.
no,
No,
next.
no, he didn't.
No booster for him.
3rd round boom.
I get to decide who gets the booster. Okay.
Okay, Fauci.
Okay, Hitler, calm down.
No booster for you.
We're moving on. We have the Texans.
Why?
5th hardest schedule. Horrible. It's got to be horrible for them. Key additions. We don't know who's playing running back, so it's Marlon Mack, who got signed from the Colts. And they signed also another running back in the 4th round, Damian Pierce, coming from Florida.
Drafted him, but yeah.
Yeah, drafted him. John Mechie,
The 3rd.
the 3rd. You didn't write that, though.
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
figured you were going to get his name wrong anyway, so what's the point?
No, I could read Mechie. 2nd round rookie wide receiver coming from Alabama.
Could read Mechie, but can't say Trevor. Jesus Christ.
I wasn't looking at the screen.
You should need to know.
I
The
know.
Atlantis Falcons.
I'm lacking calories, all right? All I ate was some white chicken and rice.
How's it feel to be skinny, you dumb fuck? The skinnier you get, the dumber you get.
And their key loss is Bill Crosby's nephew.
Bill Cosby's nephew.
Oh, so
Hey,
good.
who's Bill Cosby's nephew?
Watson, you dumb
Oh,
fuck.
Sean
No, fuck
Watson.
off. You said the same thing when I
I said the same thing.
Sean Watson.
That's good.
We don't have much to say about this team just because. You know
Draft
what?
Brandon Cooks sometime in your draft.
Yes. He
Sign
might,
it.
Time.
he might be the biggest steal at wide receiver still. You
He's just disrespected every year. Is he?
Yeah,
not?
that's all it
Every
is.
year.
That's why I just said sometime, because he's just going to be there.
I think he has the most 1,000 receiving yards on multiple teams.
Yes.
He's been on like
Yeah,
6
you're
Like
teams.
correct.
5 or 6 teams. Saints.
Correct. Saints,
Rams.
Patriots, Rams, and Texans now. Correct.
He was so good on the Saints.
Look at this. 6 out of the last 7 seasons, he's had over 1,000 yards receiving.
He'll have another 1,000.
How many receptions?
Last year, he had 90.
It's a lot of points. Where did he finish last year, off the top of the head?
Like 23rd or something, 22nd.
He was definitely in the 20s. The only thing I'll say about him last year was extremely inconsistent. Like, you're looking at like 4 or 5 games that really produced, and then a lot of like 3 catches, 40 yards, 3 catches, 30 yards.
That's his whole career, though.
Yeah.
He's
He
a big
finished
boom guy.
He finished what, Mike?
16. No, wait, that's strength of schedule.
Big difference there.
I think this is it, right? The best.
No, that's where he's being
Not
drafted.
drafted. I don't know.
You don't know. I feel like I always forget to pull this up every podcast. Is where
There's
people.
rankings and
Yeah, just get a ranking from last year.
Lies everywhere.
If I had to guess, he was probably he was in top 24.
I think he still finished.
Joe Green, he was on your team last year, right?
Correct.
Just look him
What
up.
What did you do last year?
What do you mean?
Lose,
You won.
I won.
Yeah.
Correct.
but not because of Colts.
No.
It helps.
Yeah, it helped. Yeah,
I played him.
Yeah, you don't remember
You played
he-
him once or twice.
Yeah.
When you
pretty
needed
much.
to.
You don't remember when he purposely fleeced somebody?
He was wide receiver 20.
You said not talking $20.
Yeah, it's a wide receiver 3 on a team. If you're getting him as a wide receiver at the wide receiver 20,
He has no problem finishing in the same
You
spot
love
he
that.
did.
you love that.
There's going to be nobody else can compete for catches. You got Nico Collins, the third-round pick last year.
He's talented, but
He is talented,
Davis
but
Mills is just not the answer here.
that's not true. David Mills is the answer here.
The only thing he's got is a big neck. It's all he's got.
You clearly didn't watch any football last year.
I didn't watch the Texans because they don't win. They don't score.
he
They don't
looked
do
better-
anything.
He looked better at QB than all the other rookie QBs.
Ooh. I'm trying to think. Who else was there besides the
What do you
one we don't
mean?
talk about? And actually, he was the best.
We have,
he was the best
we have
rookie quarterback in
Travis.
his
We have
division.
Travis. You don't remember Travis?
Yeah.
Steak dinner Travis?
I'm saying besides the one we don't talk about.
Travis is bad.
Okay, then we have...
Can we just call him Travis from now on?
Travis.
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 Then we have Wilson.
Yeah, he was better than Zach.
Garbage.
Yeah.
And then who else? No one else started, I don't think.
No, I think we're missing people. Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, trash.
Justin Fields only played half a season and had Matt Nagy as a coach.
So, I mean, we could
So?
say the same about Travis, but we don't.
You could also say the same
Because
thing
Travis
about,
is the best
all
thing
say-
since sliced bread, apparently.
You could also say the same thing about Davis Mills, who was behind Tyrod, the best QB ever.
I love
coordinator.
Tyrod. I love Tyrod. Tyrod is way better than Davis Mills ever could be.
Stop.
Stop.
I'm just telling you.
There was reason at the end of the year to believe that that Davis. I mean, Davis had that game against Patriots, threw for 312 yards and 3 touchdowns against Bill Belichick's defense. Just saying. But then he
Well,
followed-
hold on.
he
We're forgetting
followed
about Mac Jones. Mac Jones had a great year last
Oh,
year.
we are forgetting.
He
about
still had a
that.
better year.
Mm,
Nah.
I don't know.
You have a stat team versus one of the worst.
Stacked. I mean,
Who's their
he's
wide
throwing
receiver
to
one?
Nelson Aguilar. Let's like
Yeah.
I'm saying
relax.
overall team,
All
stat
right,
team.
But that, I mean, statistically,
You act like you didn't have 2 starting tight ends.
Oh, listen, statistically, Mac Jones threw 22 touchdowns, 13 picks. Davis Mills threw 16-10. And then Davis Mills only threw for 2,600. Mac Jones threw for 3,800.
Completion
Jones
percentage?
also played the whole year.
Completion percentage?
Completion percentage, I have to pull up the full. Wait. 67% for Davis Mills. And
good.
Mac was...
It's going to be lower than that.
60. No, same, 67%.
Beautiful.
So.
Mac Jones, great, good, huh?
If Davis Mills was on the Patriots, they would have won a playoff game.
If Davis Mills was any good, he'd probably be on the Patriots. I'm just saying.
We'll see.
I think
That's
he's
all.
res-
There's no disrespect to Davis Mills. It's just,
He's a
Belichick doesn't miss.
If you're one of those people that keeps 2 running QBs on your team, I would take a flyer on him.
I'll say this. He'll
Bold.
have a career as a backup no matter what. No
yeah,
matter
he's
how this
definitely
season
good enough
goes.
to be a backup in the NFL for the next 15 years.
Yeah, he showed signs, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see this year.
I'm telling you, watch
We'll
it. Watch this season blossom.
I liked him. I thought he
Yeah.
played well at times. Besides the Bills game where he only threw for 87 yards and 4 picks, I thought.
It's great.
Also going against Bills and probably
defense.
upstate.
Yes, it was upstate in
Exactly.
December. So
Exactly.
Yeah, you're not scoring
Yeah.
there.
Look at the Patriots. What'd they do? All right.
I don't want to talk about that game.
Probably the next thing we're going to talk about is running back. Do you have any upside on Mac winning this?
No,
No?
because
You're a big Mac guy.
I
You
love Marlon Mack. He got no run last year. You saw Rex Burkhead. You have the rookie Damian Pierce is pretty good. You have like 4 more running backs that
Yeah,
are on this
there's 4
team.
more.
I don't know.
Are you kind of I mean, in my eyes, I'm kind of happy that Marlon Mack didn't see anything last year. He
Yeah.
has to be he
Yeah.
has to be juiced. Like,
Yeah,
he's healthy. He came off a big injury. He's got to look good.
Yeah, my issue is more like Rex Burkhead. He's a known
Thief.
cuck.
Thief.
It's just.
But he's always injury. He gets injured by like mid-season.
Yeah, Marlon Mack is a good running back. Problem was I was wrong, and Jonathan Taylor's pretty good too.
no shit.
So you can't hit them all. All right, guys, you can't hit them all.
Like I said, you like a lot of people.
Yeah, I like a lot of people.
I gotta say they have one of my favorite running backs on this team, Ungabungwali.
Yeah, he's good too. Like anybody could win this job. So
Yeah, I don't think. I can't imagine any of these running backs are going earlier than round 10 though.
yeah,
No,
'Cause then-
Matt and Pierce go like back to back.
Because once
It's
again,
it's the same thing with Walker and in this.
Yeah, but what
Here,
round are we talking?
think about it
Round
like this.
8?
You're
Round
talking about
9?
a bad offense behind a bad offensive line going against the 5th hardest ranked schedule. Why are you going to want a running back?
I know those are all key things.
That you just don't want that in a running back.
Some teams just don't have a fantasy relevant running back,
Yeah.
and the
He's
Texans
getting
will-
drafted 49th overall at running back.
Oh, at running back.
At running back overall is 148.
Oh yeah, so I was
That's
right.
like
He's going
fourth-
after round
13th
10.
round.
Yeah,
13th
like,
round.
That's what Pierce is.
You know, that's no good.
That's no good.
It's no good. I mean, I guess he's worth a flyer at that point because who cares? It's that
Yeah,
late.
he'll be on my team.
He'll be on your team. Yeah.
Damn sure. I'll need a running back this year.
Do you want to talk about Mechie at all or no?
That's Mike's
It's-
guy
it-
who wants to talk about it.
See, we can talk about Mechie, but this is more something that we have to wait and see until we talk about him. We all high on Mechie coming out of college. Obviously, one of the best slot players that we've seen in a while. What we have to wait for is his injury report. Some say he's godlike and he's making a huge comeback week 1. Other reports, he's on the PUP list. We got to wait and see. We're not even at training camp yet. When we get into training camp, like I say, go read all your beat reporters. Go read those little guys. They're the ones that are on the field, all right? Don't read those fucking ESPN articles and all that shit. Fake news, all right?
Those same articles saying Alec Pierce is going to be the rookie of the year. Those same articles,
That's a
Mike?
quote.
Those
It's
same
not
articles?
I wasn't reading it. It's a quote.
You didn't even read past the original quote? Come on.
You said it live. You think Louis Riddick writes anything?
That's very true.
That's very true. There's no way he writes anything.
Anyway, it's time to tell. I would love him if he plays. Honestly, as a rookie.
Really? Even with Davis Mills?
I
He
like
loves
Davis,
Davis
Mills.
Mills.
No,
You
I
want-
know, but I'm saying like, all right. I mean, like it's a lot. They
The
throw it
only-
a lot.
See, it comes back to they're going to be throwing the ball a lot because they're going to be down. So then he becomes fantasy worthy. Just like in some way, shape, or form, Nico Collins is going to be owned.
Especially maybe early in the year.
He had 1 or 2 games where he was ownable last year, and then he got hurt.
See,
So-
if Mechie can make a good, healthy comeback, they're going to be playing from behind. He's going to be playing from the slot. And this offensive line is still very questionable. Your whole right side, your right tackle, right guard, and center are basically just huge question marks. You got to be throwing the ball fast.
They threw the ball 22nd most last year, so
Yeah.
it's pretty low.
Yeah.
But
But you know what I'm saying? When they do throw it, they're not going to have time to throw it.
Yeah.
Why not better be thrown in the slot?
yeah, I just think he's a dynasty play and not like he wouldn't be on my higher end of rookie wide receivers to be invested in.
If he came
Yeah.
into the league healthy, A, he probably wouldn't be on the Texans, and B, he.
That's true.
He would have been a probably first round
He
pick.
would've been a
End of the
first round
first.
Yeah.
So just take that into note if you're drafting him late in drafts, or if you're in a keeper league, or a dynasty
If he was
startup.
healthy, he might have been picked up from the Eagles instead of Eagles picking that other wide receiver. Oh, I forgot his name.
AJ Brown.
No, they
Devonta
they traded for
Smith.
him. No, I'm not the Redskins. Sorry,
Who?
The Commanders.
The Manders.
Commanders.
The Manders.
that Penny or what his name is,
You're talking about the guy they drafted?
Jahan
Yeah.
Dotson.
Dotson. Yeah,
Where did Penny come into play?
I don't know. I thought his name was
Rashad Penny,
Dotson.
Commanders, same thing.
It's a rough day.
Man, yo, can you do me a favor, Mike?
Eat calories.
Yeah, go be fat again. You were better when you were fat.
Anyway, that's what we think about Mechie.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Titans. Maybe the best team in the division. They have the 12th hardest schedule. They're right in the middle. So I only put the hardest, not the easiest. So
Yeah.
deal with it. Key additions, Bobby Trees. Apparently comes back from ACL record time.
Let's go ahead, do it.
I don't want to say
Go
it.
ahead, do it. I said it before.
I'm
so you
just
gotta
I'm
do
just
it.
saying Trey Burks.
Traylon.
Traylon Burks.
It's Traylon.
First round
Oh,
pick.
it's Traylon?
It's
I
Traylon.
thought it was Traylon. Okay.
That's everybody thought it was Traylon, and then he said it was Traylon, I believe, or it's the other way around. But I'm calling him Traylon.
Trey. I'm just calling him Trey.
T.
Trey
Burks.
Burks.
Okay.
T. Burks.
Austin Hooper came from the Browns. And Malik Willis First round QB. Not first round.
Third round.
Third round QB. Should have been first round.
No.
A.J. Brown, T. Loss, and Anthony Fisker.
Fisker.
I don't know where you get fist in there.
First things first, Malik Willis never should have been a first round pick. Okay? Let's just get that out of the way.
Wait. Who did the Steelers pick first round?
It's Kenny Pickett, who shouldn't have been a first round
Shut the
pick
fuck
anyway.
up, small hands.
I wanted an lineman. That's all I wanted. That's all I
It
wanted.
should have been.
2 years now, that's all I've wanted. Let's get into it.
All right. Well, obviously, A.J. Brown's gone. We got to talk about Trey.
Trey who?
Trey Burks.
Yep.
No, not the Michigan one.
Traylon Burks is very similar to A.J. Brown. He's strong, fast, gets into space, and when he's got the ball in his hands, he can really make plays. Currently holds the Arkansas record with 6 100-yard touchdowns in 100-yard games in one season. I don't think he's right out of the draft as good as A.J. Brown was, but a little bit of time, he's going to be great. That being said, he has all the opportunity in the world to fill all those targets. His last year, it was just A.J. Brown. And then you had...
Well, they had Julio.
Julio was out.
Yeah, I mean...
He didn't play very much. But.
Yeah, and you had Westbrook, and he's still on the team. He wasn't bad, but as a wide receiver 2 option, it's not great.
I mean, they had – this is how bad the offense wide receiver was. They had Fitzpatrick, who they drafted a 4th-round pick. They cut his ass.
Yep.
Then they signed them back.
Yep.
That's how bad their wide receiver core is.
You got Bobby Trees. If he comes back healthy on time, he's just a PPR machine. There's a lot of opportunity for this offense to be very well. Very good.
Run first team.
I will say it is run first, but it's a successful team. And a team that doesn't they're obviously a run first team, but they don't play any defense. Where like the Colts, one of the better defensive teams in the league.
I'm not high on Burks this year. What I'm reading is that he's fat right now.
He's nice.
No, I swear to God, fat.
You keep saying it.
Out of shape. He can't finish a practice.
Well, I heard he's dealing with an injury. He was hurt.
That was like a cover-up story.
That was a
cover-up story from him eating too many cheeseburgers.
I have a story from yesterday that says he's dealing with asthma during OTAs.
I have asthma.
So? I've seen you run.
Yeah, and I'm faster than you.
Yeah. I don't have asthma.
Exactly, but I still run.
Yeah.
I
can't.
I never called out
could.
of practice for asthma.
Yeah, you were never an NFL player doing an NFL practice.
They play music and drink Gatorade on the side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're right. He had conditioning issues, it said.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm saying that he looks fat as fuck and that he doesn't look good, so I'm going to believe what I read. So
Yeah, I hope his draft stock tanks, and then
he probably goes in the 10th round anyway.
This is going to be like Jamar Chase last year.
Yeah, that's
no.
He's gonna have a season.
A season.
He's gonna have a season.
All right, draft him.
I'm going to. I plan to.
He's going in the 10th round anyway. It's not going up. Not with this offense.
That's amazing. If you got him in the 10th round,
I'd love to take him in the 10th round. Like, that's wild.
No, he goes earlier than the 10th. The 7th, 8th, 6th,
7th,
maybe.
8th?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because he's wide receiver 1.
10th round. Give me the championship. He's not in our league, but
he's wide receiver 1. I know they don't throw the ball a lot. They were one of the least,
31st in passing plays last.
Right.
Second in run plays.
So yeah, he's not getting a ton of opportunity, but he's the number 1 option.
Yeah. And very similar to A.J. Brown. Big yak.
He won't be a number 1 option if Woods comes back.
That's not necessarily true.
And I'm the opposite of everybody. I think Austin Hooper's going to have a great year.
That's crazy.
Maybe Austin Hooper has a respectable year, but I don't think he eats into Treylon Burks.
We do this every year, though. A top 6 tight end.
I know we argue type 6. We're not arguing.
After 3, 5 touchdowns, 70 catches for 700 yards. That's top
pretty
6.
much it. Yeah.
That's not a great season. It's a good tight end season.
It's a good tight end season, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Look,
but you were just saying that Michael Pittman, if he gets that, he's a bust.
Because you were fucking sucking his dick.
I'm just going with the times, baby.
Listen, you even
I
said
wrote
it.
top 6 because that's kind of where I see him at.
You said why
Around 6. So that's why I asked him, you think he's going to be top 6?
No,
No.
I don't even think that's a worthy topic. I hate to shit on you like
Yeah,
that. But it's like,
that
There's
was
nothing to talk about this team.
yes, there is.
What?
There's two things. Derrick Henry. He's coming off a major injury. Finally, people were right. He got hurt last year, right?
Yeah.
Everyone for years thought. So, can we expect a bounce back season from him? Are you still risking your top 4 pick, top 3 on Derrick Henry?
Top 3, no.
Top 3, no. So, if you get him at 4, you are.
He's not. I think he goes at like 4 or 5.
Yeah. I think
Because
that
CMC. Because listen, let's not. Why do we have to talk about this? We picked CMC first overall, second overall every year. Barkley's first, second overall every year.
We're not picking
Not
Barkley.
this.
We're not
But you're
picking
gonna
either
guess
one
what?
of them in the
How
top
many
5.
people? CMC's still going first overall, second
No, he's
overall.
not.
No, he's
Harris goes first.
No,
No,
he's not.
Jonathan Taylor.
Where are you
Oh, Taylor,
getting,
sorry,
where are you
Jonathan
getting these from?
Harris is second.
Right, and then you got CMC, Derrick Henry, some order of that. I mean, I would take Derrick Henry over CMC.
I'm
I'd
just
take Derrick
arguing.
Henry over
I'm
CMC
arguing
too.
to the fact
I'd
that it
take-
doesn't matter what we think. You guys are still gonna take him 4th overall, 3rd overall. Why do I have to talk about it?
But I'd take Cooper Kupp over him. I'd take
You're
probably
gonna take Cooper Kupp over running back in the 1st round?
nowadays. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm kind of done with drafting a top 3
Running back.
running back and then not getting anybody else. I'd rather have 2 mid-tier running backs. And
Listen.
He's going no running back mode.
Well,
I'm not gonna have
listen.
to keep a running back, but just think about it.
I
Think about the majority of teams that won last year.
It works in your way because you won our league,
twice without
but drafting that
running
way
back.
is almost impossible. I try to do it.
Oh, you're an idiot.
And how many times do I have 3 top wide receivers on my
And
team?
you just haven't hit on the running backs. But I'm telling you, this is the wave.
Yeah,
People
it's
are catching
changing.
on.
It's
Last
changing.
year I went Travis Kelce. Now it wasn't even his best year, and I still won the league. Like it just
It's-
shows you the wave is just
Hey, you
changed.
still won. You still ranked the one. No, he's second, right? Or
He
he's
was
one?
second to Mark
Yeah.
Andrews. But that's what I'm saying. The way, like getting a
it's
consistent
changing.
top, because the wide receivers, they know they're better chance they stay healthy than these running backs.
You had a
It's the
top.
wave.
You had a top 4
Teams
QB.
are running the ball less.
But you had a
Yeah.
top 4. Think about it. You had top 4 QB.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
You had a
Cooper Kupp and Chase obviously help.
Chase.
Yeah, it helps.
Okay.
But like
That's the only reason.
I'm not even saying it
And
like
you-
that. It's just
Like Kelsey was like, okay, he had a bad season for him, but it was still a great season for
Yeah, it was
for
still a good season for a
for
tight end.
considered a tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's I'm telling you, if you take I would take Cooper Kupp top 5 without a
yeah,
doubt.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
He's going 2. In PPR redrafts, he's going number 2.
Outside of Najee Harris and Jonathan Taylor, what other running backs are you even trusting in
None.
that first 7-8 picks?
None.
In fact, you forget Eckler.
Okay.
But you were
I'll-
down on that.
I am down on Eckler. He wouldn't be my
Okay.
pick.
But
I'm just saying.
okay, I'll give you Eckler, but I'm not. Derrick Henry is still a little iffy.
I think Barkley. I
McCaffrey,
think
no.
Barkley's. I'm not picking Barkley. I think Barkley's stock itself is skyrocketing.
Picking Barkley.
He's talking to
I'm the 12th
He
pick.
did this last year too.
No, I actually have my
We
pick
did the
already
same shit
set.
last year.
What do you mean? I didn't pick.
I would never pick this guy.
Who did I not pick? And I picked.
Who's your Allaire? Who's your guy last year, right?
Yeah, but
And you're like, I'm not drafting him, but
Well, Barkley's not in the 12th, so.
I'm just
Unless I trade off, motherfuckers.
I'm just saying there's a large push
Yeah.
to take tight end, or this year I don't know if you take a tight end first, probably
No.
not. But wide receivers,
Wide
there's
receiver this
probably 4 or 5 that are going in that first round.
Yeah.
Jefferson, Cup, Chase. There's an argument for Adams. I don't know if I do it.
There's more.
I think we've always had 3 or 4. You just don't think about it. We had Hopkins. We had all those years with Hopkins and all of them.
Antonio Brown and yeah.
AB was
No,
a-
We
it's
always
not
had
that, but-
4. You're just moving them up now.
Right, you're
Yes,
moving them up
because
early.
they're
Yeah.
becoming more
That's also
valuable
because we have no running backs right now.
There's not even that we have the running backs are coming to league are more skillful than they used to be, but they're being used less.
Yes.
they want the career
have
to
a
last
committee.
longer. So that's what it is. The game is changing. It's not like Derrick Henry's still going to get 30 touches a game.
And he's still going to get drafted top 5.
Yeah, I'd take him at 5. What I'm saying is like I'd
4
rather
and
take
5 is a difference.
Yeah. There is. There's a difference between every single pick.
I hope everyone thinks like you guys, and I'm going to pick my running back finally for once this year.
I think it's coming outdated.
I
that
hope
way.
so,
I'm
because
telling
guess
you,
what?
it's
I
coming
am the
outdated.
king at picking wide receivers, and I'm going to continue to do it.
Okay, Alec Pierce, rookie of the year. Relax.
Wait. Tell me
hold on.
Tell me I'm not the best at picking wide receivers.
You're not the best picking wide receivers.
I had 4 top 20 wide receivers last year.
So did I. So did he.
You traded for him.
They still had him.
I drafted him.
Still
He
had him.
traded for him.
Ooh, I had Jason Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, then you traded for you had Cooks.
I had Jason
What's that?
Cup.
You traded for Cooks when he was top. 10
Yeah,
at
I
the
mean, I
time.
also drafted Jalen Waddle. Like, I did good with wide receiver last year.
Wide
I'm not
receivers
saying
easy
you're
to
not. I
hit
just said
on.
you're not king. I'm king. He is nothing.
he just wants to shit on me.
It's all day today. He just wants to hate on me for no reason.
Anyways, we got on that because we were talking about Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I was just trying to backtrack to see where we got from. No,
You want to talk about Dontrell Hilliard?
no.
That's fucking exactly.
Listen. I just thought.
No. Why not talk about Dontrell Hilliard, who couldn't even take the running back position when Derrick Henry was hurt?
All we're saying is we were just comparing. Would you rather have somebody who's going to get 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns and 120 catches, which is more fantasy points than 1,200 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns?
Right. And PPR.
Yeah.
But the reason why running backs.
Well, no, if you do that
the
math,
reason why running backs are supposed to be valued more than wide receivers is because 1, there's more wide receivers on each team. 2, it's harder to get a top running back. Once you get away from that, you're not winning.
Yes.
You won.
And
It's okay.
Yes.
that's we're not disagreeing that running back's a more valuable position. But at what point are we going to say, hey, I'm taking the best player? I'm not just taking him because he's valuable, and then I can't move him because I think he's too valuable.
Look at
Like,
this.
people are afraid to trade Derrick Henry away because it'll ruin their team.
Yeah. I mean, think about the running backs I had last year to win the title: Rashad Penny and Boston Scott.
Rashad Penny also was a ranked number 1 in the finals.
Boston Scott.
But they're
ranked number 1 in the
waivers.
last 5.
We're talking
they're
about
waivers.
waiver wire guys.
Talking about practice.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
the year before I won with Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Like you can
In a
find
down
these
year.
in a yeah.
a down
I
year.
mean, obviously, I did get Alvin Kamara late in the year, but he wasn't the only reason.
Well, we're not talking about that.
Well, like
we
I
don't
collusion.
want to talk about collusions.
Collusion.
Twice to the same person.
Like, oh yeah, I got Alvin Kamara late in the year, by the way.
I'm just saying.
I got Kutz, Who else did you get with Kutz trade?
The Cooks trade, it was him and I don't know, it was someone.
Was it just-
Miles Sanders, a bum.
Oh.
A bum.
Miles Sanders was a bum.
A bum.
But he still
His-
helped you.
Didn't he have 0 touchdowns?
He didn't do nothing for me.
Are
And
you
Boston
sure?
Scott
Are you sure
won
this
the year.
time?
So the year before, I was looking up, trying to find the stat from inside the 20 to the goal line for Allaire.
Hilarious.
I read it
Okay.
backwards. It was
Oh.
from
You read
his
from
own
the 20
to the 20. Yeah, his own to the 20.
Oh, that's funny.
I did an hour and a half of research going back into my shit, and I found it.
Oh yeah, no one's gonna. If people didn't listen to that episode, they're gonna be so lost on that.
Yeah,
But-
I wanted to apologize.
yeah, that's funny.
I was gonna bring it up at the beginning of the show, but we got sidetracked.
That's funny.
All I gotta say is, I want to talk about what happens if this Titans team, they can struggle. They're definitely going against. They're going against the Colts twice this year. They also have one of the harder schedules.
I'm playing Travis twice.
Yep. What happens to what your projections are when Malik Willis comes in?
He's not going to.
He's not coming in. He's just not coming.
You don't
in.
think so?
No. Unless Ryan Tannehill gets hurt.
What if he looks
He's
like
not
he
playing.
did in the playoffs and throw for what?
Let me just tell you.
Five
Let me just
five
say this.
interceptions?
He won't.
Can I just? If Malik Willis was actually that good, he would have stayed at Auburn. Why would he go to Liberty? To play.
Because he was behind Knicks.
Is Nick's really all that good? Like
His
in reality, is he?
When Knicks-
is he going to make an impact in the NFL?
No.
So why couldn't Malik Willis beat him out for a job? The more athletic, the guy who can apparently throw the ball very well. He's not very good. He played against you and me in that conference.
I wouldn't even break it down to that. He was a 3rd-round pick. At the end of the day, how many 3rd-round
Hey,
picks?
Tom Brady's.
There's
Tom
gonna be a
Brady. Tom
Yeah.
Brady.
there's gonna be a
How much sample size do we have of 3rd-round picks taking over for a playoff team the next year? Not many. There's not many. Trey Lance didn't do it last year. I mean, he was a first-round pick and he didn't do it.
Well, you also have
He also has a cannon.
Yeah, but I'm
Can't
saying
hit anybody, but he's got a cannon.
Willis does have a cannon too.
but like Garoppolo's not exactly.
Garoppolo
And
is
he
better
couldn't-
than Hill.
Bitch.
Tannehill, I think.
Garoppolo's a bitch.
I don't know about
Tannehill's
that.
better than Garoppolo.
I would lean Tannehill, but
I'm on
Garoppolo would be a backup to Ryan Tannehill.
What?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't. I
Jimmy
Tannehill
G-
can
Jimmy-
move.
Closer.
Jimmy G doesn't.
We
lose.
get it. Yeah, he doesn't lose. Yeah, we get it. But he doesn't make the team win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Neither does Tannehill.
Yeah, he does.
At his first stretch last year, he did.
Yeah.
At the end of the
A
year, they
lot-
finished with the 1 seed without Derrick Henry. I mean, he had to do something.
He was doing something right.
That defense did something. They turned it around.
The defense and Tannehill had a solid season. He wasn't great. He wasn't terrible.
I'm just saying. Let's have this. I can't say the word. Hypothetical
Hypothetical.
talk of what happens if Malik Willis comes in.
They don't make the playoffs and everybody's value goes down 15%.
I wouldn't touch anyone on this team
Yeah.
for Malik Willis.
I'm dropping
Even
everybody,
Derrick
but
Henry? You
look,
trading
Derrick
Der-
Henry
Oh.
is
Are you,
going
are
to
you,
hand
tra-
the
are you
ball.
trading Derrick Henry as fast as you can if Malik Willis
Yes.
is there?
So
Yes.
I'd consider it.
Yes,
Yes,
because there's going to be
This-
more
the
RPOs.
box will literally be stacked against them
Yeah,
even
he's
more.
going to have 12 people in the box. and
Definitely
then
RPOs.
There's going to be option plays, and no, I want nothing to
No.
do with it. That'll turn into like having a running back on the Ravens. So like, are you sure? Are you really sure you want that?
Wow.
If Malik Willis starts, that means a lot went wrong.
Yeah.
A lot went
That
wrong.
means Derrick Henry hasn't played the whole season.
Yeah,
That's-
that means a
that's
lot
what that
went
means.
wrong.
I don't know. I think it might happen.
If it does, a lot went wrong.
Yeah.
But I think Colts walked away with this division.
There's a possibility that it does happen, Mike. I'm not gonna say that there's no chance. I'm giving it
Less than 10.
I'm giving it 10%.
10%.
And if it does, there's a lot of major injuries. That they're already out. They're done.
They're done.
They're done.
All right. Well, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Follow us. Like
Subscribe.
us.
Share us.
Yeah. Tell us. Tell everybody about us. Tell
Say hi
us.
to Joe Green. He has a Twitter.
Yeah. Not the real Joe Green.
Great Twitter account.
Yeah. Top notch.
We all love you. Follow us everywhere. You see it below. Click that subscribe.
FFT
Say
_
bye.
podcast.
Tell us you love us. Smooches.